Well, good morning, and I am Josie Roy, your host of Out and About with Josie Roy, and I am so pleased this morning to be here with a great, great friend of mine, someone who I met and I have learned to respect, and just she's just a great, great person, and really she's like family now to me, and I have enjoyed her so much out and about with me in different rallies and different functions. But today is a special day because today we want to talk about a special event that she is going to have, but it's a program really that is going to be ongoing. So we want everybody to know that it's just not a one-day thing. This is something that will continually go on. And today I have with me Dr. Mary Bailey, who is, I'm going to let her come in her own way and tell you what she does and what she's all about. But she is so special, and she is in the field of mental health. And I'm quite sure she has helped, and she is continually to help many persons out here. And we're sitting in her office this morning, and I just want to thank her for inviting me to come. You know, you just don't go in everybody's office, but I thank her so much for inviting me in to sit down and have a chat with her this morning. So with that, I want to introduce Dr. Bailey and thank her so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Bailey, for having me.
You know I love you, Miss Josie.
And I love you too, and you have special event that is coming up.
I do. I have a program that I've titled It's Okay to Cry. And it comes in several stages. For all of you that came in June, you noticed that we had a more mature audience and a mature panel. Well, this time it's still okay. It's okay to cry, but it's from a millennial and Generation X perspective. And hopefully every time we hear it, you're going to hear from a different perspective of age groups, because every age group has an issue that's different from the prior one or the one that's coming up. And as you know, these millennials and Gen Xers, they're kind of like our futures. They're the ones that's going to be speaking for us as we get older and can't get out anymore. So what happened, let me tell you a sad story. So maybe if I tell you a sad story to make you want to come. It's Okay to Cry came from my personal life. When my grandfather died, I was 16, and he raised me and my brothers and sisters when we were abandoned by our parents. And when my grandfather died, I didn't have nothing inside of me would let me cry. I was hurting, but I couldn't cry. So finally, years went by after I was introduced to drugs, and you know, that kind of healed the pain for a while. But then all of a sudden you say, you know what, I'm tired of getting high all the time. Like I'm just functioning in a fog. And that's when I broke down and I cried. And so when I decided what kind of program I was going to do, I said, you know what, I am not the only one that has held on to stuff. Mm-hmm. And now it's time for people to understand it is okay to cry. Mm-hmm. It is okay. All the myths and things that we had, even myself as a child, you know, they would say, we're going in my house and stay in my house and don't tell people my business and all that kind of stuff. And then the doctors that they went to, the medical doctors, they were kind of old. They didn't read anything up on research. They didn't talk to us about mental health. Right. Even me as a young child, my doctors never talked about mental health. Even when my sister went through a pregnancy and a divorce and all of that, after she had the child, then the doctor said, you should have told me because that could have hurt your pregnancy. Well, but you didn't say nothing before. You didn't even mention the word mental health. So that's where it came from. So you're going to always keep hearing it. Right now we're going to do the last workshop on November the 9th. It's still going to be at Canaan. You're still going to get that great breakfast. We just need some money so that we can help pay for it. And we're going to end with that one in November as we plan for the spring. Mm-hmm. Okay. I work most of the time from here, Miss Rosie. I'm here sometimes at 8, 9 o'clock at night, and I'm in here early in the morning, like 7:30. Because my clients, sometimes they come in and they say, okay, I got kicked out my place last night. For example, last night, I had to help somebody get in there and find somewhere, because I couldn't see a female sleeping in a park. Oh, wow. Couldn't do it. So I stayed up, and I'm going to shout out to Bishop Stewart over at New Life Ministries, because he helped me all into the night last night till we got her in a place. And that's what we have to do. We have to start having some resources among ourselves because the systems do not work. So I don't know. But anyway, Miss Josie, it's wonderful. It's going to be good. The event is going to be really good this time.
Well, it was good the last time. I came to your event, and I even spoke out because
You did.
Just to hear when you say the words, it's okay to cry. And we had young men there. You had young men. And you had a panel of people, which was just awesome. An awesome
They were
panel.
awesome.
And what I really, I got a lot out of it because when you were talking to the young men, and you said that men are always told not to cry.
They are.
You
be
have
the man.
to be
Man
strong,
up.
be a man. And so much, like you say, they have just held inside for years and years and years, and they never cried. So that was really awesome, and you had some young men to get up to speak, and then some older men got up that had never cried.
They opened up.
Yeah, they opened up and said why. And I even think you had at that event one of the gentlemen that even cried. I think he began to talk about an experience that he had.
Yeah, with his mother.
Yes,
Yes.
and he began to cry, and he said this was the first time that he actually cried at your event. So I thought it was really, really great. And I'm glad you explained to the people how you got that theme, because it was an experience that you went through that, you
Right.
weren't able to cry in all those
Yeah,
years,
it hurt.
holding that
It
in.
hurt.
And a lot of times, Dr. Bailey, because of things that happen, experiences in our life, and all these things, issues, we have to face because of that, not being able to cry. Maybe you turn to drugs, maybe you turn to something else.
Mm-hmm. You
But
do.
you turn
You
to
get angry.
something.
You get
Yes,
angry.
and so I just think it's wonderful that you're going to have this event again. And we are asking people to support you. I mean,
Yes,
it's
I hope
something
so.
that is needed in our community, and especially our young women, like you say, and young men, the
Yes,
homelessness.
yes.
There's so many issues out there. And when we have people like you that want to have these events to address these issues, and have the families come out, and I think you had young people there.
I did. It
Young.
really turned out
Yeah.
wonderful, and I was glad for the turnout. I hope I had more this time.
Mhm.
So I'm asking all you millennials and Gen Xers to pack the house because you have something to say and we need to hear it.
Mhm.
And I'm also asking everybody to call your council people and your politicians because election coming up next year, and they're gonna want our vote. We need their money. We need their attendance at these events. So I'm calling on them.
Right. And you did have some of the elected officials
We had a
that
couple,
were there.
yeah.
Couple were there, and you also had vendors. Talk about
And
some
we're
of
going to
the
have vendors this time. We have
that
some
were
new
there.
vendors that are coming with different resources. These resources are free resources. We don't bring any resources in there that cost you anything. So when those vendors are there, get the information. Take the pamphlets. You never know when you need them. The Hero Group from Newcastle County will be there this time because I want you guys to know about the Hero Group. Because as far as having mental health people in our families, they're the ones also that you can call so that they don't get locked up, they don't get killed, because they're having a episode.
Right.
So they're going to be there. So I'm still working on it. I just need some help, but I'm going to thank Miss Josie for letting me get it out, and I hope my phone starts ringing.
It will, and let's do this, Dr. Bailey. Just take a quick break, and then we're going to just come back with
Okay.
some more about the event.
Okay.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone. This is Dr. Mary Douglas Bailey from MDB Professional Services. This morning, right now, I want to talk to you about November the 9th. It's a mental health workshop. It's my last for 2019. It's called It's Okay to Cry. Let me tell you why. Facing the Pressures of Today's Society. It will be at Canaan Baptist Church at 3011 Newcastle Avenue in Newcastle, Delaware. It will be from 8:30 to noon on that Saturday. Starting thing was, we're going to give you breakfast for a king to get you ready for the conversation. We're going to have panelists. We'll let you know who they are soon. And we're going to have Reverend Dr. Bullock. He's going to give us our little purpose as he always does. And then we're going to talk to you and find out what you know about mental health. And we're going to answer all your questions, and we're going to talk to you about it. We're going to talk to you about the trauma. We're going to talk to you about the substance abuse. We're going to talk to you about, we might even talk about vaping, okay? So that is what I'm going to tell you. Get yourselves together. Be ready to be there on November the 9th. Come on in for breakfast. And if you just want to come for breakfast, come on. I can talk you in the stand. How about that?